Okay, so this question here wants me to calculate the following. So let's have a look at B. So with B, I have 6.9 times 70. So what I can think of this though, as I can think of this as being the same as 6.9 times 7 times 10 by breaking that down to that. Okay, so what I then need to simply do is, what I can look at now is just this bit, 6.9 times 7. So if I look at 6.9 okay, times 7, okay, I can think of, well, what we've learnt previously about multiplying decimals. I'll go 69, so 69 times 7, ignoring the decimal, so I can go 7 nines are 63, I'll put a 6 there, 7 times 6, okay, is 42, but I add this 6 on to make it 48. So I know that, okay, 6.9 times 7, okay, is equal to 48.3, because there's one decimal place between these numbers here. Okay. Then what I simply need to think of is, I know, well, if I want 6.9 times 7 times 10, all I do is it's 48.3 times 10. Okay, and when I multiply something by 10, I move the decimal place this way, so I end up with that it's equal to 483 is my answer. Okay. Or another way of looking at this, if I want to look at it in a slightly different way, is that I can think of it as, okay, 69 times 70 by ignoring the decimals, and so I can think 0 times 9 gives me 0, okay. 0 times 6 also gives me 0 down here. Okay, then when I start multiplying by 7 tens, I start with a 0 down here on my next line, and I go 7 by 9, okay, is 63. I can do 7 by 6, okay, which is 42, plus 6 gives me 48, okay, and so that's my answer there, where I add those together. So basically I end up with 4,030, okay, and then I can simply think, well, I'm multiplying this by this, and amongst those there's one decimal place, which means I then can rewrite this as that 6.9 times 70 is the same as 483.0, which I can then just simply write as 483, okay, which is the same answer as what I previously had written from that. Okay, so that's two different ways of looking at this. So let's have a quick look at how we might handle H. Okay, so H we can rewrite as 0.0053 times 7 times 10,000, which is what we've just done there. That's 7 times 10,000. Right? So let's just have a look here at how we go about doing this. Let's look first of all at doing this multiplication here. So we do multiplication of that how we normally do our multiplication. So I'd do 53 times 7, ignoring any of the decimals. Okay, so 7 by 3 is 21, and I put a 2 up here. I have 5 by 7, or 7 by 5 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Okay, so I end up with 371. So I can write 0.0053 times 7 equals, now I look at the number of decimal places here, and the number of decimal places is 4 decimal places. So what I simply need to do with my 4 decimal places is, if I think of this here, okay, I need to think of it as being that there's one decimal place here, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So I end up with that it is 0.00 0.0371 as my answer for that. I can then think of, well, okay, if I'm now looking at 0.0053 times 7 times 10,000, I can think of this bit here, okay, as being 0.0371 times 10,000. Okay, if I then think of that 10,000, right, what it does with my decimal place is, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, it moves my decimal place 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. So my answer in this instance, okay, is equal to 371. Okay, and so that's my answer there. There's heaps of different ways of doing this. This is just one possible way of doing this. Okay.